rappers who are desperately trying to be put on. There was one guy who climbed up a light pole in Times Square and demanded police that he wanted to meet Alicia Keys and have his demo on MTV.
Wait, Alicia Keys because she's discovered rap artist, right?
No, because she's married to a rapper.
He didn't say I want to meet Alicia and her husband. He said I want to meet Alicia Keys.
Y'all niggas have to understand.
Anytime any explanation starts with y'all niggas need to understand, it's not going to be gentle on your feet.
You motherfuckers.
We as internet personalities, tastemakers,
You're
we
an
cannot.
internet personality?
Whatever the fuck.
You're a tastemaker?
Whatever the fuck I am. We cannot make you famous. Like, and the way y'all go about trying to be famous is completely absurd. It's like y'all niggas really think an internet connection is gonna get you a deal. I don't care if you see that white chick named Krishan get a deal off of some stupid shit. I don't care if you see Soulja Boy doing his shit on MySpace. That's not going to work for you. It's 100 in a million chances that it might work for you. Chances are it's not gonna work for you. So what you need to do is get out in these streets and don't plank and don't do none of that stupid shit that you see on Twitter. You need to actually form a foundation because chances are no one knows you outside of your block. So getting on the internet and saying, yo, my shit got 100,000 views on WorldStar is not really something that we're really gonna gravitate to because those numbers are fixed anyway.
I think the internet does provide an organic platform for artists to be seen and heard, especially when they don't have the machine behind them. But it is true, like nobody ever got on by sending Diddy a tweet to his mixtape.
The internet is a great platform to reach out and to connect with people, but it's not the only platform. And acting retarded in public, holding yourself hostage behind a train with a bomb strapped to your chest saying, hopefully LA Reid's gonna listen to my demo, is not the platform to do it either.
On the odd occasion, like you say, with Krayshawn and different people, it works. And because we live in such a shit celebrity culture, it's like this fast now kind of thing. And it's
annoying.
Look, when I first got with my manager, he asked me specifically, do you want to be famous or do you want to be respected by the music community? There's a difference between the celebrity and the critically acclaimed artist. You can have a solid fan base, you can tour the world and be successful and never have been on the radio. Never have had to sacrifice whatever your specific vision or message is.
You can go the Soulja Boy route. You can make a shit ton of money. You can be laughed at everywhere you go. You can be shitted on by everybody in your community. You can be looked at as a joke.
I've seen Soulja Boy shows where people are like really feeling this stuff.
People are feeling the music.
You might think it's not good music in the way that you feel it, but there are obviously thousands of people who think it's great music.
Right.
I wouldn't call that hip hop.
That's the problem though. He does, and we've allowed him to because we've totally taken all of our standards off the table. You can't walk into a jazz platform, stand next to Miles Davis, try and play some rock riff, and he won't throw you off the fucking stage because he has standards. To the point where now a fool can stand on top of a light post, demand to have his shit out. If it would have worked, we'd have more people doing it tomorrow.
There also has to be a distinction between hip hop and rap. People slap rap onto anything and call it hip hop. And now this person is a hip hop artist.
Rap is a genre of music, hip hop is a culture.
So if you're a pop artist and you decide to spit a verse Fergie style, are you now a hip hop artist?
It's like when Outkast first came out, people were like, that's not hip hop, that's not hip hop.
When Outkast first came out, they were absolutely hip hop.
I'm just trying to make a point of like how many creative artists that there are. It's
Yeah,
hard to
but
draw that line
you
sometimes
have to-
of like, is this hip hop, is this not?
You have to maintain a standard. In anything, there is a standard. Like, you can't just allow anybody to come through the door and dictate what your genre is. You can give props to being creative. You can give props to being innovative. They can stretch the boundaries of hip hop. But when it starts going backwards, I have a problem. And we don't want to call things whack because somebody's going to call you a hater.
With rock music, there is such a wide genre. Honestly, John Mayer is just as rock as Marilyn Manson. Two very different styles, two very different approaches, but it's rock. I think that the problem becomes when you try and define hip hop. Gotta let it grow and be what it is. The issue is totally just ill thought out approaches. Be whatever artist you want to be, represent whatever subsect you want to represent. Just really put some thought into, is this going to work and is it going to work the way that you want it to? The dude that's standing on top of a pole at 8 o'clock in the morning in Times Square requesting to meet with Alicia Keys, he's out of his fucking mind.
I think, you know how you said about rock, there's alternative, and maybe we need different genres.
Hip hop is a baby. It's in its third generation. My father couldn't talk to his father about like Biggie and Pac. My grandfather did not know who that was. Now I can talk to my father about Biggie and Pac and we can relate. It's evolving, it's approaching its third generation. Rock has been through that. You have alternative rock and emo rock. Like finding out that when Bon Jovi first came out, a lot of the rock community was like dismissing it as like, yo, like pretty boy rock. I feel like hip hop is still going through that. At the same time, there's still a dip in quality.
But the original question was the approaches of desperate rappers. numbers, right?
One
Bringing
feeds
it
the other.
home.
The fact that artists are of a lesser quality, it allows them to completely skip past wanting to be credible. There's no line between famous and infamous. There's no dignity in it. If I have to stand on a pole, let's do it. As long as I get the deal at the end of the day, then whatever I did was
It
successful.
comes down to celebrity culture, like the climate that we're in.
If he put out his song right now with videotape of him on top of the pole, put it on iTunes and move like a few million copies and made a bunch of money, executives will be all over him because they really don't care about the integrity of the artist either. They just want to make the money. Artists are not really in it for the art. Artists are in it for money. We have a genre of music now where hustle is rewarded more than talent.
So what we gonna do? What we gonna do?
I think it starts with the public. If you don't understand it, it's not gonna pop. We do have this machine that shoves it down our throats, whether it's quality, whether we like it or not. Ultimately, they're going off of numbers and statistics that come from the consumers. The most you can do is be an educated listener and an educated consumer. And if you think something is corny, don't tweet about it, don't hate on it, don't make it relevant, do not entertain it, and support those artists and those movements that you do think are about it. People are sheep. Tell me what's hot this week. Tell me who's next. As opposed to deciding who is next and deciding who I want in my iPod because I think that's dope.
We've gone too far to get it back. We have a culture where the consumers are now in charge, and unfortunately, consumers don't know shit. We have the least savvy audience of all musical genres. Our audience don't want to know. They don't want to be educated. They don't want to know about shit that came before them. They don't want to hear about Big Daddy Kane. And it actually might expose that you've been listening to bullshit this whole time.
To the point when you're a thoughtful artist, you have to dummy down to be able to sell.
There were people that we trusted to point us in the direction of what was dope. They kept the standard. They knew what was whack. They knew what was dope, and we trusted them. We went to them. The power was taken out of their hands, put in the hands of the consumer, and the consumer can be fooled by a commercial. So a flashy BMW commercial with a lot of girls around him makes a guy go, oh shit, I want that car. One guy sit there like, yo, don't buy that BMW. It's a piece of shit. It's got a Volkswagen engine. You'll never get any place. Shit gets like 3 miles a gallon. You'll be fucked up. I'm telling you, don't buy that fucking car. Consumers don't do that shit. Consumers don't have standards. They go by what they see.
Can I just say one thing? Just stop tweeting me your music.
Twitter's not gonna make you fucking famous. I don't care how many followers I got. I don't care how many followers my friends
That's why I
got.
stopped
Twitter is
tweeting
not going to make you
Because
famous.
somebody
If you want to talk about some like TV shows and eggnog, be drunk tweeting and shit, like I'm all for it. But stop tweeting us your music. We cannot make you famous.
You're for the TV shows and eggnog?
Well, in a way,
It's good to have a Twitter presence, you know what I'm saying? But to think that it can make it or break like your career, that's ridiculous.
do not give me a CD. I'm going to use it to scoop up my dog's shit.
The only Hulk share media fire link I want, Watch the Throne.
When you send me your music, all you're confirming to me, you're not hot enough for me to hear about you and be like, yo, this person is dope, let me check them out.
Nitty Scott was at Kanye's event last night, so I know she knows Kanye, so I'm gonna send her a media fire link that's not even mixed and mastered, but I know she's gonna get her music. Like, cut that shit out, man.